that out there.
I'm just making sure you're not going to have trouble. I know, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Oh, wait, okay, was there? Mike, I think we're good to go. Let's rise and do the pledge, and then we'll start a little bit early. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just a flag, do a little early. Yeah, yes. Show yours. My parents, gosh, thanks for tonight. 7 o'clock, you know, it's asking an awful lot on a weekday, so thank you very much. I only have one regret tonight. Why did we do this sooner? The village board members, I mean, it's a community planning service, and we are a community planning group. We're 25 years in the running, and this is our first time that we're presenting to this audience. So I'm thinking, well, we can start a new trend. So we have a story to share with you guys. I have some wonderful kids that are all part of the story. But there's something that's really unique about this whole story. I mentioned we're 25 years old. Can you zero in on this individual? Can you zero in on that individual right there? Okay, 1995, Mike. I don't know how old are you there?
I'm 34.
Okay, so this is our architecture program that I facilitated, and going back 25 years, I don't know where this is in the chronological scheme of things, but this is Mr. Mayor Mike Barata.
Take them on the site.
So all these people have become, there's pharmacists, there's doctors, Walsh right there. There's all sorts of things really good things going on there. 85% of our kids that ran through our program are now doing something technologically or architecturally. So, and how do we know that? Because I'm Facebook friends with all of them. So we keep track of who's doing what. And so we have a little presentation. I'm thinking, you guys want to do the 10-minute one or the 15-minute one? 15? Okay. So why don't the gang watch the cord.
Nobody trip and fall on my face into the cord.
Yeah, small room, but we still need to hear nice, clear voices. Okay? Vic, you want to start us off?
Hi, my name is Victoria Regal. Our Architecture Club is to provide the opportunity for students to study the historical significance of the community structures and to project future use applications from an architectural perspective. Our mission this year is to utilize the old Parker House on 113 Front Street in Owego to better serve our community. Here's our story.
Hello, my name is Matthew Higgins. Today I'll be discussing the history of the old Parker House. The old Parker House was built in 1830 and was the first brick house built in Owego. The reason why it's still referred to as the old Parker House is because of John Parker. John Parker was a Owego icon because in 1956 he was elected to Congress, and 3 years later elected to New York Justice of Supreme Court. Today, David and Janet Allen live in this house and maintain its historical significance.
Hi, my name is Michaela Terry, and we're going to talk about some of the difficult decisions we encountered as a group. It all started with deciding what building to study to what our adaptive reuse was going to be. This took a lot of time and collaboration. Even the music we selected to be in our multimedia presentation was hard, but all together we were able to conquer these hurdles.
Hello, my name is Bella Silvestri, and I'm going to be talking about our proposed adaptive reuse. After much discussion, we decided to utilize the old Parker House as a soup kitchen offered to the disadvantaged. We decided this because 18% of the village is at poverty levels. The floor plan shows how the tables and chairs could be set up. We did our best to use the living room as well as the parlor for dining.
Hello, my name is Maddie McAvoy. I'm going to be discussing some of the anticipated expenses to meet the needs of our adaptive reuse. Although there will not be a lot of physical changes to the Parker House, the kitchen will need an upgraded technology such as ovens and range tops. And we will also need a ramp to make the house handicap accessible. We will also need to expand the living room for seating to cater to our visitors. We expect the cost of these items to be around $13,227.80.
Hello, my name is Lucas Moss. I'm going to discuss why we decided to build a relief model for Parker House. A relief model is actually a 3D representation. We decided to build a 3D representation because it's a wonderful way to illustrate the Parker House's beautiful architectural style.
Hi, my name is Victoria Regal, and I'm going to talk to you about the architectural style of the old Parker House. The architectural style is Federal Greek Rival. Federal Greek Rival is characterized by elegant front entrance with Greek doorway modelings and arched windows. Fancy window frames and impressive columns supporting porch roofs. Greek Rival was the dominant style of domestic architecture between 1830 and 1850.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Rigo, and today I'm going to talk about STEM technology we used this year. This year we introduced a machine called the laser engraver. We were able to engrave window pane patterns into a piece of plastic to create a glass window effect. We also used the laser engraver to make a window and roof trim.
Hello, my name is Hunter Fisher. I'm going to be talking about the problems that we encountered while building this project. This project was not easy. In fact, most of our time was spent tackling obstacles that we found. The hardest part of our project was probably finding the adaptive reuse. We had many great ideas and had to vote on one at the end. The rest of our problems included finding a name for our soup kitchen, teaching kids how to use different equipment around the lab, and fixing little mistakes that we've later found in the model. Eventually, we found all these mistakes, tackled them better ourselves, and the overall helpfulness of the program in the end.
Hello, my name is Bella Silvestri, and I would like to acknowledge some people who are invaluable resources for our team this year. Ms. Emma Sador, Tioga County Historian, who shared some facts about the old Parker House, James Bryden, who explained the tasks of an architect, and David and Janet Allen, who invited us into their home to share its beauty. Overall, there are many outside resources that we would not be able to complete this project without.
Hi, my name is Shannon Maslin. We would like to thank everyone who helped with our project this year. First, we would like to thank our mayor, Mr. Beretta, and the village of VOO Board Meeting. We would also like to thank our teachers, Mr. Schultz and Mrs. Williams, for their support and encouragement. And last but not least, I would like to thank my architectural members for making this year so much fun.
Hello, my name is Destiny Hoyt. Architecture Club has impacted all of us members of it positively, giving us the opportunity to learn and use many of the physical tools like the laser engraver, computer coding in order to design the new floor plans of the house that we were given by the amazing homeowners, Mrs. and Mr. Allen. Although we learned how to use physical tools during our time in architecture, we also learned how to use valuable lessons that will help us out in the real world, such as responsibility, cooperation, the concept of deadlines, and communication. We all formed a deeper love for our community and the history and the beauty of the historical building we made into a model you see before you now. Next is our multimedia presentation showing the hard work and time we put into our project. Thank you and enjoy.
What was the original name of that music that was played? It bothered me all night long. I know.
Kelly Clarkson.
Thank you.
What was that?
Stronger. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You guys did an excellent job. Y'all have me at soup kitchen.
How long did it take you to do the whole thing?
We started putting the team together last April and proceeded building the project in September. Yes?
Can the parents come up and take pictures?
I don't know, you gotta ask Mr. Schultz.
But yes, no?
Oh, for pictures?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I think we should ask Mr. Mayor,
That's fine with me.
just a few minutes.
Yeah.
These guys got a meeting agenda thing going on, so we don't wanna,
This will probably be the most exciting part.
So, where is this gonna end up? Is it gonna be, where is this gonna be displayed after this?
So we'll offer it to the owners of the Parker House, but if they don't want it, then we would display it by the tech room.
How many places are you guys presenting?
I think there's
2, 3, 1.
6.
We've got the other ones.
we have to present to Rotary, then the Elks, then the Preservation Association.
The past?
Yes. So this is their second presentation. They have 3, maybe 4 more.
You guys did a great job, Jan. Yeah, draw some pictures.
Parents, feel free to. Yep.
Next year, we'll book them in a room.
But they're all gonna leave, we're gonna take
I know where they are, so I got it. I know
I mean, talking so far to get
Yeah.
I still have my red bag. This one is a shoulder strap. That's what I'm carrying. And of course, you inherited my seat here at the. That was my seat here at the. That's not your seat. Come on over. Sure, be all right. Give us another
Text me, let me know how this goes. I'm gonna get the word that you're still there. Oh, love you guys. Libby.
I'm not quite sure. I think we're a late edition.
I'd never know which one was your sister.
Oh, you're just being
Yeah. It's like hot flash going on. Must be all these guys around.
My butt's a little big. Thank you. Like trying to figure out where to put
So we're gonna have them be the new commissioner.
Yeah.
So
You just already signed that up.
Sorry. I assume that was your daughter. Because she looks just like yours. You look like you. Yes. can. Okay. All right. No, dyslexic. Functionally impaired.
Yeah, we actually.
You guys just stand for the whole meeting? Oh, well, we're doing? Okay. We're hanging out. You can slide down a bit. Give us a little bit more room. I can go in the closet. There you go. We won't be sharing so much. Savannah, we have his jacket. We just blocked him off for a minute.
Thank you.
You need to frisk his pockets for stuff. Hey, Rob. Right behind. Another Kevin, with your knees, sit here. I'll take this one. Alright. Savannah might sit next to me. Come around the front. There we go. I'll make you sit. That's how good I am.
All gonna share body. I signed it already, but send it to
First thing I'd like to do is make a motion to appoint Laura Spencer as the first ward trustee to fill the vacancy from Catherine Benson, who resigned about 3 weeks ago.
Second?
Need a vote?
Yes.
Yes. Rusty?
Yes.
Yes. That was free up the seat back there. What's that? Yes, sign the list. I saw this.
I just don't know if that was a good or a bad thing.
So your wife don't have the beer? Well, just tell her at the bar.
And all those papers are yours? No? And that book is yours.
Oh, wow, she's got a name tag.
Alright, so now we will open the public hearing for the OHPC law. We're a little bit late, I wanted to get the kids out of here.
Okay, well, I don't really have anything more to say. I think it's kind of nice that this is happening after this presentation. I didn't know that was, I mean, I should have looked at the agenda, but it's just a reminder that taking care of these homes is important to the next generation too. You can tie in history with technology and science, and the current property owners, David and Janet Allen. Of course, David is a former chair of the OHPC and was instrumental in expanding the historic district in 1996. And so I would encourage you to please vote for this. We've worked on it really hard. And I think it is a good thing for the village. I have all of our resumes, Mr. Mayor. If you, when you vote, I'll be optimistic. And the current OHPAC members stand ready to be appointed. We agreed to that and are looking forward to that. We've been working on a number of interesting projects with people in the village. And Mr. James Finelli from the State Historic Office of Preservation Office has said that as soon as you pass the law, write the letter, send the resumes, copy of the law, and he will get working on the CLG as soon as possible. So I encourage you to move in that direction tonight. Thank you.
Anyone else for the public hearing? We have some EC law. All right, close the public hearing. Randy can't see the clock. It's 7:23. So,
all right, so we're here. It's only been a long time, but it was a valuable process. We've got before you the part 2 of the secret form. You'll recall, Mayor, back in November when the law was first introduced to the village board and the public hearing was scheduled for December, I think it was 17th, you signed the part 1, which just generally identified the areas of environmental concern for the passage of a local law, which are relatively minor insofar as the part 1 is concerned. We do have to go through the part 2, which has 18 fun questions to answer. We've done it before, I think, with this board, although I know we've got a lot of newer folks. So the easiest way is to just dive right in. So if everyone would refer to part 2, you will see that very first question, impact on land. And I can either read these out loud for you, and you can all just say yes or no, or you can just look at that, and then if anyone has any thoughts on part 1 question, or part 2 question 1, we can do it that way. Mary, do you have any preference? Do you want me to read these out loud, or?
I mean, you can read them. Just
okay. So first question, impact on land. Will the proposed action involve construction on or physical alteration of the land surface of the proposed site? And if the answer is yes, then you have to go through all the individual sub-questions. And I'll just remind everybody, of course, this is the adoption of a local law, which replaces the currently existing Chapter 126 of the Village Code, titled Historic Preservation. So would people say this is a yes or a no? Okay. Question 2, impact on geological features. Would this proposed action result in the modification or destruction of or inhibit access to any unique or unusual landforms on the site? E.g. cliffs, dunes, minerals, fossils, and caves. So general signal there. Impacts on surface water. Would the proposed action affect one or more wetlands or other surface water bodies, e.g. streams, rivers, ponds, or lakes? Impact on groundwater. Question 4. The proposed action may result in new or additional use of groundwater, or may have the potential to introduce contaminants to groundwater or improvement. No. 5. Impact on flooding. The proposed action may result in development on land subject to flooding. Yes or no?